Hey guys, welcome back to CLOCKWISE Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. I'm back. Crazy story about that, but we'll dive into some market updates. Let's dive right into it here. So taking a look here at the most recent Ethereum news, we see that Ethereum makes a $14 million Ethereum emergency deposit to avoid a $340 million liquidation. So the whales, 340 million short positions face liquidations if Ethereum's price falls below $1,119 amid growing investor fears. Now, you know, this all shifted, right? Everything with the tariffs, everyone's talking about the tariffs. The tariffs are a good thing for people in America, but I digress. Let's dive right in. An ununified cryptocurrency will inject millions of dollars in emergency capital to avoid potential liquidation of more than $300 million in Ethereum as markets slumped amid renewed macroeconomic pressure, aka the tariff situation. If Ethereum drops to $1,119.30, the $220,000 Ethereum, which is $340 million, will be liquidated. That's big money, guys. Big money. So the development came hours after another Ether investor was liquidated for over $106 million on DeFi lending platform Sky. Crazy. The whale lost more than 67,000 ETH when the asset crashed around 14% on April 6. Sky system employs an over collateralization ratio, typically 150% or higher, meaning that the user needs to deposit at least $150 worth of ETH to borrow 100 DAI. Okay, big. These leverage games, like trading on leverage, guys, is definitely, you can make a lot of money. Of course, we made a lot of money on leverage for sure. Leverage in the crypto space, you know, guys, we made a lot of money trading forex, guys, and you know, we still trade forex today. Maybe we'll come out with a course on how we trade leverage, but this is big money. Like, I'm assuming funds. They're calling it a whale. I'm assuming it's a fund, right? I'm assuming this is a fund. And Ethereum was crashing, right? Falling off a cliff, and they needed some savings. So here it's saying the largest single liquidation was $7 million in Bitcoin position on crypto exchange OKX. That was the largest single liquidation, at least at that time, with Bitcoin. Crypto markets crash after Trump's tariff announcement, but 70% recovery chance by June. We already seen the recovery already. We already seen it. We already seen a bounce back. Even within traditional markets, we already seen a bounce back. U.S. President Donald Trump announced his reciprocal import tariffs on April 2nd, which sent tremors across global markets, leading to a $5 trillion loss by the S&P 500, its largest two-day drop on record. Crazy. So he's saying here, in my opinion, the tariffs are the representation of uncertainty in the markets. This is, I think this is causing a lot of angst in traditional markets, and it always pours into crypto as well. And traditionally, we're nearing that April 15th tax season for people that live in the United States. Typically, they need some money to pay for taxes. Usually, there's a sell-off there as well. So big news. You guys I've been getting the messages. Yes, I see the messages. You guys asking our feedback on this. Personally, I think that most big funds are continuing to buy. Now, I say that with, yes, I know Michael Saylor has not been buying. He didn't buy this dip. Okay. Michael Saylor's strategy halts Bitcoin buys despite dip below 87,000. Strategy paused Bitcoin purchases last week when Bitcoin fell, disclosing $5.91 billion in unrealized loss in quarter one, according to SEC filings. Now, with that being said, this guy's already bought billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. Okay, the fact that he's not buying this dip, it's okay. Like, it's not. Most of you guys don't have billions of dollars in Bitcoin, right? So everyone else is buying and continuing to buy. People are buying the Ethereum dip. You can see it on the blockchain. If you go, even in going to exchanges, you can see the buys in real time on these crypto exchanges, especially ones like Binance. You can see it in real time. Qcoin, you can also see it. Go to the spot trading desk. You can see the number of people buying right now. It's happening. People are buying without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. So with that being said, I'm not concerned that Michael Saylor did not purchase Bitcoin last week, right? I'm not concerned. He's already bought billions. He will be okay missing a week of buying Bitcoin. Next up here, Hedera, the Hashgraph Group invests in Agnex Technologies. HBAR still building, still establishing strategic partnerships. The Hashgraph Group, a Switzerland-based venture capital and technology firm supporting Hedera blockchain network, announced a strategic investment in agritech company Agnex Technology. The investment sees the Hashgraph Group join Agnex recent fundraising initiative led by Denmark-based Novo Holdings, but more than that, it's a key integration milestone for the Hedera blockchain ecosystem. Here they're saying in particular, Agnex is looking to leverage Hedera's distributed ledger technologies to digitize trust in the supply chain ecosystem, including around insurance and traceability across the food supply chains. So when we see that, we know that Hedera is doing what they have to do. Hedera is continuing to establish those strategic partnerships and honestly continues to fly under the radar because most people are not talking about Hedera, and they should be. One of the most undervalued altcoins, one of the undervalued blockchain technologies out there right now. So big shout out to Hedera. Hedera is seeing notable traction in the tokenization of real world assets, RWAs. This includes via integrations with Chainlink, Alchemy Pay, the latter for onboarding fiat crypto on and off ramping. So huge news when it comes to what Hedera is doing. Very excited to see what Hedera does through the bull market. Now, the TA you guys been waiting for. The TA, we see that Bitcoin pinned our level that we've had up there for a while now. All this year, I believe we've had this up here. It pinned it 75K, spiked it. And honestly, it aligns with our TA. Like, I just think it was a reason for it to go there. It was going to go there regardless. It was a reason for it to go to where it was going to go either way. That was that reciprocal tariff announcement. Now, we see here that we did not clear this level that we were waiting for. We were waiting for a break and close above here, and we did not see that. So this is going to stay put. Honestly, you can honestly move it down a little bit because this ended up being a higher low point. And you can move this down here. These are two levels that we want to see broken before we go any further about a continuation of the bull run. So this is a major pullback. You can see the lower highs and lower lows. You see what's happening. You see the lower highs and lower lows. Very clear. Very clear. All right. And with those lower highs and lower lows, we want to start seeing lower highs be broken. Where are the lower highs? Lower high would be right here. Want to see this broke? Another lower high would be right here. Another lower high would be, we can say about right here. Next one right here. Pretty much going up. These are all lower high points. And we want to see these levels broken with price. So I want to see price come up, come up, come up, and pretty much range up that way and continue up. That's what we want to see. So that's why I want to see these lower high points broken before we start talking about any continuation or anything like that. Because right now there's blood on the streets. I get it. But those are the levels that need to be broken in order for us to get a clear picture of price action and where it's going as we head back to over 100,000. Now, crypto bubbles, we see there's a big recovery with crypto having a green day after the blood on the streets for the year thus far. Most projects are in the red, but with that being said, there's a ton of opportunity to still scoop up projects that are discounted. Ethereum being one of them. Ethereum's at $1,500, guys. $1,500 Ethereum means you can get half an Ethereum for $750 roughly, $775. Okay, you're able to get half an Ethereum. So big news. Very excited. Looking at all these altcoins and even looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's a steal right now, guys. It's a steal. You know where Bitcoin's going. It's just a matter of time by this point. By this point, if you're watching our channel, it's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. As it pertains to Bitcoin. Altcoins, you have your sure bets as well, right? We can say Cardano if when, Ethereum if when, even some top 100 altcoins, you can pretty much say if when. Like, it's not a matter of if they're going to be around. It's just a matter of where they're going to be at when they reach, this part of a cycle. So definitely wanted to hop back on, guys. A little story about why I've been out. I fell off of a waterfall. I slipped off a rock while in Costa Rica on a waterfall, guys. Messed up my whole knee and my quad. God reminded me that I'm human. And I wasn't even intoxicated, so I'm not even going to lie and say I was like drunk out of my mind or anything. No, don't even drink like that. But fell off, slipped off, messed up my quad and my knee, and it was crazy in another country. And it still had fun, still had a great time, but definitely needed to recover from that experience, but had a great time nonetheless. Spent a lot of time with family, friends, and definitely enjoyed these markets, guys. Definitely were paying attention, and I was for sure accumulating daily at these prices, guys. So definitely take advantage of this, guys. This is a huge opportunity still. And just to be honest with you, most big funds and most experienced investors are accumulating at these levels. Don't let anybody fool you. Most people are accumulating at these levels, whether they tell you or not, and they're going to tell you by the time prices recover and rebound and go to the moon. They're going to say, "Yeah, we've been buying the whole time." That's when they're going to come out and say it. Experienced investors, big funds are buying now, and maybe you should too. Hope you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.